They killed.
Time, man, shit. Make sure you let these niggas know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Get on this motherfucker. Let these niggas know what time it is, you understand? We broads, nigga.
King Ty really one of the realest. I survived drive-bys on them killers. Like I got 9 lives, I got 9 wives. I said fine wine with them bitches. I'm spitting fire bombs in your city. I got like 8 or 9 niggas with me. And we all ready to die in a minute. One West, we the best in the business. I get offended, I fuck niggas fended. Talking they get it, but niggas is timid. Rabbits is softer than linen. Catch me on parking lot pimping. What more could I give them? I've been the hottest forever. Why would I lie about cheddar? I could do better. I just put loyalty first. Royalty coming whenever. Pull off in the Jetta. Curvy, she on me, you sweater. My feel like wearing a sweater in summertime weather. Haters so salty, no pepper. You not that seasoned or clever. I'm with the rebel. Used to pump bass with the treble. Baking a cake in a kettle. I used to cook up the work. Now I just cook with the metal. Gotta keep foot to the pedal. Yeah, let me give the gas on the highway. Let the music blast on the calm day. Break the Glock down into 3 parts. Put the 3 together like my Najee. Sipping like Bombay with my enclave. Got my mind made. Ain't no time waste. No. Eating prime steak with a fine date at a fine place. Getting violated.
Hey, listen. I already told these niggas. You understand? I call him King Ty. He say, what's up? I say, what's good, my lord? Listen, he like, listen. These niggas ain't ready for none of this. You understand? I said, listen, if the nigga ain't one West, he ain't got it on his arm or his chest. I don't give a fuck about the nigga. It's just me and my niggas. We royalty, yeah.
I got the hammer, you running, man. Come through your window like rubber man. Snapping your neck like a rubber band. Talk to my dog like the sun is set. He told me murder you rappers. Uppercut syncing you vertical actors. Y'all got me coming with verbal attackers. I might attack you like physical too. So y'all be rhyming the way y'all be shining. I'm blinding these rappers like Mr. Magoo. These haters miserable, we indivisible. Look at these haters like they got no clue. No clue. They hold the ones in them W's. Really, bro, don't get too comfortable. If you ain't cut from the cloth, co-signed by the Boston, we do not fuck with you. Cause you wouldn't last here. I told you the same shit last year. Keep talking that trash, I have a car, come kick your ass in. Your jaw like glassware. We pull up, not rocking no mask there. Don't care if you spot us, you know how you got us. It's over, you saying your last prayer.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, what's up, brother? What's up, Dane? What's up, Tamika? What's going on? Appreciate y'all checking in. Listen, I'm just waiting for a few more people to jump in, and then we're gonna get started. Like I said, this is an open discussion. We're gonna talk about this Shedeur Sanders situation. You know what I mean? You know, like I said, it's a little different than the class. So just hold on, get a few more people in there. We're gonna start. So I'm gonna just let the music rock out just a little bit longer. So just keep y'all phones on mute until we start the podcast.
Call on, sir.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my houses. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. Devil's design fire for our babies to pass through in the damn by King's reign. I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
you see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
All right, shalom. Can y'all hear me?
Quan.
All right, the water, everybody. Let me see. I got about seven people on here already, but well, 6, 7 people on here. Some more people might join in, but again, you know what I'm saying? So we know that this is the 412 podcast. Let's give that a hand, you know what I mean? Yes, let's get out of hand. So today's topic, we're gonna talk about now Shedeur Sanders, you know what I'm saying? Is it hate? Is it racism, or is it just facts? You know, and when I say facts, you know, we're talking about, you know, a lot of the comments that you know, brothers and sisters are making, the oppressor, you know what I mean? The comments that the oppressor is making. If you don't know what the oppressor is, that's the, you know, the white man, the white woman, you know what I mean? So we just want to talk about it, you know what I'm saying? We're going to jump in. I want everybody's input on this. You know, I might bring out a few scriptures or whatever, you know what I mean? But we just going to talk about it. So before I do start talking about it, let me just and I'm not the biggest, you know, football guy, you know what I mean? I definitely watch football and I definitely know the basics about football, but I know there's a lot of brothers that might be checking in and tuning in. They really, you know, they go to draft parties and all that, you know what I mean? They lose their whole check over a football game, you know what I mean? Haran, never mind, I'm just fucking. Nah, but I'm just saying, but you know what I mean? Some, like, I never at the job and stuff like that, they would like had those football polls and stuff like that. I never understood it, man. I never could, like, it's not that I didn't. Oh, look, that's my brother. My brother Johnny didn't check it in. What's going on with you, brother?
Hey, what's good, bro?
Yeah, I definitely need you on here because this brother right here is a football juggernaut. Him and his brother. That's why I want him on here. So hopefully his brother will be checking in pretty soon. But I just started, brother. Now we just talking about. So the topic is, you know, Shedeur Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Is it hate, racism, or facts? And I know this is something that you do day in and day out. So I know you know what I mean. You do football. So we're gonna talk about this. So before I get started, and open up the floor for anybody to just say what, and like again, this is an open discussion. Everybody here is adults. Everybody here is a Black, Hispanic, or First Nation man and woman. We all respect each other. We all got love for each other. Ain't nobody attacking about here. And I'm just saying this because I know nobody's going to do that. I just want everybody to know because, like, you know, if you've never been on my podcast or been in my class, just understand that nobody here is attacking you. Nobody here is going to treat a Black man or a Black woman, you know, in a negative way. We don't do that here. You understand that? So feel comfortable with saying whatever it is you want to say. Be yourself. You understand that? And we just going to get it in. You know what I'm saying? So I just want y'all to know that. All right, guys. So first, before I'm gonna share something with y'all real quick, and I'm gonna just present this screen real quick. And I'm gonna just do it. You know, I like I said, I'm not the biggest football guy, but that's what I got y'all here for. So can y'all see that screen real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, con. So let me just read a little overview. So we know Deion Sanders is an American professional football quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. So he just got drafted by the Cleveland Browns, I guess it was yesterday or whatever, of the National Football League. He played college football for the Jackson State Tigers and Colorado Buffaloes, winning the 2021 Jerry Rice Award, 2022 Deacon Jones Trophy, and the 2024 Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award. All right, so that's just a little bit of his, his little accolades or whatever. Now, let me get back over to here. Now, I want to open it up, you know what I mean, especially you brothers or you sisters that have any kind of, knowledge. My brother Brett's on here now. What's up, brother? Shalom.
What's good, bro? Shalom.
Brother, yeah, we get it. We about to get it in. We got the football juggernauts in here, man. We got the sports juggernaut. Hey, look, Brad, we got.
Can you see me, bro? Can you see me? Con, I don't want
Can
you see me?
I can see you. I can see you, brother. I can see you.
Okay. All right, bet. I just want to make sure, bro.
Yeah, no problem. So, well, listen, whenever we not talking, just mute y'all mic. And whenever y'all got something to say, just go ahead and say, I got a question, or just go ahead and start talking. It's not no format or nothing like that. Y'all just throw it in there. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. So if I could get one of you brothers or sisters that really know what's going on, could you start it out for me? What do you think is going on with this whole situation?
Whoever want to take the lead, go on.
All right, I'm gonna tell you what it is like this here. Off the rip, you already know what time it is when it comes to the owners of the NFL, right? They all in cahoots. They all work together. They're all in chat groups. They're all in email groups. That's why back 3-4 years ago, whenever John Gruden got scammed out of the Raiders job, and I'm sorry, I gotta take it there. He was, because no, on some real shit. He was talking about airing them out with the emails, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got scammed. He definitely got scammed.
And in the court of law, they told him basically like, "Hey, you're burnt. You can't bring out these owners' emails because if they had let those owners' emails leak, they would have found out that it was racism, collusion, and everything else when it comes to these players." So at the end of the day, all of these old owners, it's old white money. It's old white money, and this is what they do. So Deion Sanders came out and said, listen, months ago before the draft, he said, my son's not going to play for any team. I know what's behind the curtain. I'm a part of this league. I'm a part of this shit. I know what's going on. They said, oh, yeah? You think you about to expose us like that? we gonna do something to your boy at the end of the day. And Cleveland, the team that ended up drafting him, was the main team that he said he didn't want his son to play for.
Yeah.
So how ironic is that?
Yeah.
But I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, brother.
Let me keep going. But the team he should have been playing for right now is the Pittsburgh Steelers. But Tomlin cowered out and hoed out in the clutch. We gonna keep it all the way real. Tomlin acted like a whore. Real shit. Because he should have fucking drafted that boy. But he didn't because he's one of them. And I've been a Tomlin supporter until I seen that shit recently. And everybody else got the floor after that.
God, and before I let y'all brothers go in, I'm gonna just play something real quick. What he just talked about. Then I'm gonna let y'all go in real quick. I want y'all to see this video real quick. Y'all see this here on the screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, here we go.
Team that I won't allow him to play for. Whoa. This is my profession. I know what's behind the curtain. We ain't got to get back there for me to understand what's not prominent for my son. I'm not doing it. Ain't
and
no
if he
way
doesn't listen to you.
Who? No, you must.
All right, so y'all seeing that right now. Go ahead. I know Dunny or somebody want to jump in on that. Go ahead.
What I just said.
Hey, listen, man. There was definitely something fishy going on. There ain't no doubt about that. You know what I mean? They know the Sanders family is a very confident group, and especially when you see, brothers doing that, it's going to be a problem when it comes down to them white owners.
Mm-hmm.
You know that they don't want you to be. They want you to be that house nigga to stay in your place.
Yeah,
So
God.
so you know when you showing some type of confidence in any type of way, especially when his dad got the accolades to back it up. He's been proving it on a collegiate level. You know what I mean? And there's nothing that you could really say as far as skill wise that could justify him dropping down to the 5th round. There's no way possible that you could justify that,
That's
other
heavy
than
what you bringing out. Heavy what
other
you bringing
than
out. Come
the
on.
owners coming together. You know they got that secret society.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And that's what they do. They don't go against the shield. They don't want nobody challenging the shield or taking any type of shine away from it. Now, I'm going to say that and say this at the same time. Shedeur Sanders is not a first round talent either.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I I could see him going in the 2nd round, but as far as to me, what I've seen from they didn't play nobody for real. He's accurate with the ball, but if you're talking about first round, early first round type of talent, he wasn't that.
God.
He wasn't
I,
God.
that.
I
God.
can't. I can absolutely not go with that at all. That's cap.
I, yeah, that's it's cool. We can
Yeah,
agree to
Yeah.
disagree.
Hey,
right.
look, this is why it's like before y'all jump in. This is why I want y'all on here because we can agree to disagree and we gonna talk it out. You understand that? And again,
Hey, gotta be honest.
nobody's wrong here. I want y'all to all jump in and say what you said. But go ahead, brother Brett.
Um, I don't want to discredit anybody's football acumen. I don't want to take away from anybody's intellect when it comes to the game of football because I love football. Football helps me get through in life. It does, just like the Most High does. It's just one of them things. It's entertainment. We all know what it is. It's staged, and it's just it's one of them things that just kind of helps us all get by, right? But I watch a lot of college football. If anybody knows me, they know my setup. They come to my house. I got 385 screens on the wall. I'm watching multiple games at the same damn time, and I'm watching college. A lot of guys don't watch college. I'm watching it. I see the games. I see what's going on. And when it comes to reads and what you're looking at and the talent that's surrounding you and the coaching staff and the situation that you in, Shedeur A1 cream of the crop, always has been. Now, Cam Ward, on the other hand, I was never a big fan of his because he went to Miami, and Miami was stacked. So he got the first round pick based on that, and it's all good. Like I said, anybody could, you could say, he was deservingly the first round pick and all that other stuff, but Shedeur played on a team with no offensive line, absolutely no running game, a very subpar defense, and he had multiple true freshmen. You talking about in college, you talking about true guys coming out of high school players playing on a D1 level that had to protect him on that offensive line. And outside of Travis Hunter, he had nobody on that team, and he changed that organization around. And when he was at Jackson State, he did the same thing. And I just cannot allow any type of slander about Shedeur when it comes to, whether or not he was a first round pick. He was a bona fide first round pick. At the end of the day, the white motherfuckers run the shit, right? The slave owners run the shit, and niggas are still slaves, and that's what it is. And
God.
until niggas can really break the chains of just always trying to train their kids up to play in some fucking football shit,
God.
learn them ropes like that, we
God.
always lose at the end of the day.
Hey, don't do that.
Because at the end of the day, they sat around and they waited and they waited and they waited and they waited and they waited. And they had to play that game until he actually got drafted. Then they had to show how happy they was when it came down to it.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that was sad. That was sad. That was sad to watch and see. And I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel about it. Like, he got played. He's he's more than deserving of the opportunity to be the first round pick. Maybe not the first overall pick, but at least a first round pick.
Mhm.
But there's that mentality in the black community. We always got to raise our sons up to be these athletes and these slaves for these motherfuckers. And I can't stand it. I'm sorry.
Listen. What you bring it out, and listen. I'm gonna get our brother a hand because both of you brothers, both of y'all brought out is heavy. Now listen, before I let anybody else jump in on what he just said, I want to show something real quick. Haran, do me a favor. Could you pull for me? Get me Psalms 83:2 first. Like I said, I'm gonna pull a couple scriptures on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this ain't nothing. This ain't class, but I just want to pull some things to prove my point or whatever. All right, so I'm gonna show it up on the screen here. 1 second. Give me 1 second here. But everything you just said, brother, is heavy. Like I said, we can all agree to disagree. Some might think he's first round, some may not. But at the bottom line, this is a brother. He is an Israelite, and anybody who really is in the knowing knows that what he's experiencing right now, as far as being so far down in the draft, it can only be hatred or some type of racism or anything. You know what I mean? Because from what I'm saying, like I said, I'm not a big college person, but I heard there was a lot of quarterbacks that went before him that is nowhere near as good as him. Can anybody co-sign that? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Is there anybody that knows about those quarterbacks that went before him?
Colin, if I may, sir, I think the white boy
I don't think they was deserving either. I'm gonna just be honest with you. The only one that I felt like there was I think that Shedeur's talent was enough to go in the first round, just not early.
Yeah, that's kind of what Brett just said. He just did.
Yeah, just not early.
Okay. Go ahead,
because he's been around. He's been around football his whole life. He knows how it is, and he knows the ropes, and he does. He has a good IQ. You know what I mean? But I just felt like, just strictly game, because I love him I love what I see, and I love what I see from their family. They black excellence at its best. But I just think that if you're gonna be going low, like getting drafted 1 through 5, you have to be exceptional. And I just didn't see that. I didn't see it because I didn't see him play against the competition that you need to play against.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
That was
I know. I understand what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Like I said, we can all agree to disagree. Like I said, now, Haran, you have something you want to say before we read the scripture?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, the one quarterback from Ole Miss, I just don't see how he went before Shedeur. That's just me. But
we know why.
Yeah,
yeah, we know why.
Cause like he's nowhere near, you know what I mean, that type of quarterback. Shedeur may not have been the best. I mean, that's arguably Cam might have been the best, but late first, early second at the latest.
Yeah,
was his brother. Not fifth round. Ain't no way in hell.
Yeah, God. Now, if I could, brother, Haran, you see that on the screen for me?
Con.
If you could read that for me, please, Bubba Kashaw.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Yeah. Anybody know what a tumult? Anybody know what a tumult is?
Could you hit my mom?
Anybody know what it means by a tumult?
A tumult, Slovakia. I can look it up, sir.
Slovakia, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. I can definitely
Hold
hear
on.
y'all.
Yeah,
can you
my
hear me,
mic
bro?
was off.
Can you hear me?
I can hear all of y'all.
I can hear you now.
Okay, all right. I'm having some technical difficulties with my phone right now. So I just wanted to,
I want to podcast.
in regards to that situation, right? So there were multiple quarterbacks drafted ahead of him that were not worthy. Dylan Gabriel out of Oriole, Tyler Shuck out of Louisville.
Ole Miss,
And
brother.
we're also
The
talking
Ole
about,
Miss.
listen, let me get there, bro. I got you. I got you, sir. I got you. I got you, sir. I got you. Jackson Dart out of Ole Miss. None of these boys. Because all you got to do is simplify the argument, right? All you got to do is simplify the argument. If you're talking about you ain't seen Shedeur Sanders do whatever he got to do at Colorado, I'm going to tell you something like this here. Take Shedeur, put him at Ole Miss, and take Jackson Dart and put him at Colorado and see what them records look like.
Good argument.
I'm telling you right now, that white boy ain't got nothing on that brother, on that strong Israelite brother.
Right. Damn
Yeah,
right.
you damn
Nothing.
right. You damn right.
Nothing.
Damn right. You damn right.
I can.
Right.
Can I say?
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. This is the brother Everett. Go ahead, Everett.
I agree with all of what y'all are saying. I don't know much about Shedeur Sanders like that, but I do. I always thought in my mind that there was some type of racism or some type of shit like that against black people, because like for the simple fact that most of the NFL owners is white. It's a white man's world in the NFL. Like, we're pretty much like the slave. To be honest with you, I think the black quarterbacks are the better quarterback than these white boys now. It used to be the white boy, you gave the white boy the quarterback job and he was that, but we're starting to come up as quarterbacks now. Like, even like what I saw with the guy, like the Justin Fields dude that we had that left. He was great. I think dude was great, man. Like, I mean, there's more, like, I don't know. I see the racism in the NFL. Because I'm seeing that the white man is
I don't know
losing.
what's going on with my phone. I can't see nothing.
The white man is like slowly losing his control and his grit. He's slowly losing it. So, like, they trying to hold on to the last thing they got left. Their world is slowly crumbling. And that's what I see out of this.
Okay, come on. All right. Now, before I let y'all jump in, I want to finish this scripture real quick. Haran, do that for me one more time.
Khan, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
So, I want to ask a question here. I want to ask a question. Is it clear that we know who hates us in America?
On that one.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
On that fucking one.
Okay, God. So it says that enemies, we know who our enemies is, and they make a tumult. A tumult is like commotion, uprising, or like a violent uprising, or like talking against somebody violently. We know that the Sanders family, Deion Sanders is, who he is. You know what I'm saying? Deion Sanders was a flashy, athletic, single-handedly probably one of the best NFL players, one of the best athletes ever.
So, ain't no question about that.
Yeah, right. God. And he raised his sons to be the same way. And let me tell you something. There ain't nothing more disturbing to an oppressor than seeing a black man with some black skin with chains on his neck and confident and smart, and he got his father behind him. You understand that? They can't stand that. They can't stand that.
Not
only that, a man of faith. A man of faith.
Say that again, brother.
Salakia. Not only that, but I understand this is an Israelite group, and I love my Israelite brothers, but he is a devout Christian, but he's a hardcore
he's a man of faith.
And he don't play that bullshit like most Christians play that bullshit. So that scares them.
Oh, it ain't scare him with Tim Tebow, though.
It didn't scare him with Tim Tebow. Absolutely not. You're right. It didn't. You're absolutely right. But when it's a black man who's confident and don't play them games and doesn't do the typical Christian shit with the homosexuality and all that other shit, that's when they get scared. That's when they feel threatened. That's when they feel like, yo, we got to try to box him in and we got to do something to his sons and all of that there. But they just kept the faith through the whole process, and they're winning at the end of the day. Because you know what? When a black man is positive and strong and confident, they hate that shit.
Yeah,
they hate it. They're scared of it. They're afraid.
They don't want you to have a father either. Just like LaMelo Ball's father.
Exactly.
He made sure they didn't run game on them. You know what I'm saying?
Calm, bro. Calm.
Yeah, you damn right. You damn right. And you know what's crazy? When
And
you
I'm
see that
sorry to
father,
bring up the
when
Christian
you see
shit, but that's what it
that
is.
father, Salaki, when you see that father president of home, those brothers and that family be winning, man. They can't
Yeah.
stand that shit. They can't stand it. They can't
Yeah,
stand
for
it. I know,
sure.
like, and on a personal note, I know the brother here, my brother Dunny here, Andre. I know he was raised with his father, him and his brother, and I know that
Shout
you know
out to Dunny, man.
the
Shout
Jews and
out to
everything.
Dunny, man. Dunny, love you, respect you, boy.
Love you too, bro.
Much respect. Salute to you, brother. And shout out to you, bro, because I know you've been going through a lot of shit in life right now, and I
Right,
appreciate you
Con.
for holding it down and being a strong black man out here and doing
You
what you
damn
gotta
right.
do.
You damn
Oh
right.
man, I love you, bro. I appreciate
Yeah,
that,
you
G.
damn right.
You
You
already
damn
know.
right. The point I was saying was, I know this brother was raised, you know what I'm saying, and his father, you know, was there for him and put a lot of, you know, knowledge into him and jewels into. So you know what it's like firsthand to have a father that, you know, cared about you and loved you. And I know some of the other brothers and sisters on here can say the same thing. But so when you got that male there, man, it makes all the difference, man. Because some of us are parents now, and we do that now with our kids. You understand that? I see the difference in my children. I see the difference in my children already, you know, from a young age because I'm near. You understand that? So so that's what I want to say there. But go ahead, y'all can continue whatever y'all got to say.
If I may,
Go ahead.
I have watched football since 2016,
Okay.
and I don't understand why black people are still tuned into racism. I can't
Like,
watch.
what do you mean when you say that?
Con, she got a
Meaning
great point.
they're only. I just feel like it's a plantation. How are we so? If we know that they racist, why are we still?
You know, that is heavy what
I'm
you're
gonna tell
saying.
you why, sister. I'm gonna tell
Go
you
ahead,
why, sister.
go ahead,
Tell you
brother.
why, sister. And I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Because we're indoctrinated to it. This is all we knew.
You damn right.
Our fathers wanted us to play ball. Our mothers wanted us to play ball. Our uncles wanted us to play ball. Our sisters wanted us to. Our aunties. That's how we grew up. We don't know nothing else.
But we also grew up eating pork.
Heavy.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right, and we have to make a change. But that is a change that's gonna be hard for a lot of brothers. I'm telling you right now, because if you have brothers in your family, you got friends, and they, you know, they're into the game the same way I am. Cause see, here's the difference. Here's the thing, because I can instead of trying to project the truth on the other people, I know I'm wrong because I know I shouldn't even be involved in this shit because I see it every year. I know what's going on, but I still choose to do that because it takes me away from the everyday bullshit. That's really what it is at the end of the day.
I feel like it's psychological slavery.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's
It
psychological
is.
slavery. You have to
It is. It's buck breaking at the end of the day. It's buck breaking.
Con. Listen, what you just
But what you
go ahead,
gotta
sis.
do is
Go ahead.
that you gotta be able to use those finances. You like look, they use you, so you might as well be able to use their finances because we know who the dominant figure is out there on the field and everything else. And that's all they try to do is insult your intelligence every moment that every moment they get.
Come,
So
bro.
it's really like up to us to really like come together. See, it's a lot of the players out there, they thinking about themselves. They spend their money the wrong way. They doing so much stuff that they don't need to be doing instead of putting that money together and fight the forces to be.
Yeah, you damn
Because
right.
we know that they need us to put asses in the seat. Because without us, there's no NFL.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no sports at all, really, technically.
Exactly. So it's just the whole thing is about us taking a hold of it. We got to start putting this stranglehold on it. Like there ain't no reason why there ain't no brothers owning a team, man. I'm talking about by themselves. You know, we had one brother that was owning the team, the majority owner, and that was Jordan. There got to be a lot more people than that, man. And I know that like I said, it's a secret society, and they got to vote you into it. You know, but you got to be able to use your leverage, your status, your stature to be able to push back.
you gotta, if I may too, not to butt in, but you gotta be all on one accord too.
Oh,
You
there
put
ain't no
down
question.
if you put down some of them sins, chasing whores, doing drugs, that's where all your money, all these
Heavy,
athletes, that's where
heavy,
they blow their money
heavy,
at. They
heavy.
blow their money with the whores, and then they blow their money with the drugs. And
Who's
then
that saying that?
when they busted, they doing, Chevrolet commercials,
Who's that?
and they come
Who's that
back to the
saying that?
hood. You know what I'm saying?
Is that
It's Aaron.
Iran?
Aaron.
Iran, is that you, brother?
Cons,
Facts,
what's
bro.
that, brother Brett?
Facts. Yes, sir.
What's
Facts,
going
bro.
on?
Facts, bro.
Yeah,
You know.
that was heavy. Continue, Aaron. That's heavy.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt.
they just blow their money.
Block
Not to
you.
get off of this story, but Shannon Sharp is a perfect example of just taking the money. He's a grandfather. He didn't took the money. He's sleeping with whores. He looks. I mean, he's trying to show that he's not bent wrist. That's what he's trying to show.
And they exposing Shannon Sharp for liking 3 fingers in his butt.
Right. So these brothers do all this sinning. That money, that money should be going
with these
to
cats, man? What's up
all
with
that
these
money
dudes?
should be going to Commanding General Yohana. That's what it should be
Listen.
going.
Let me tell. And what he's bringing out is heavy. Listen, before y'all continue, with the brother brought out about the sin. Listen, a lot of brothers, I'll give them this. A lot of them don't know that they're sinning. You know what I mean? A lot of them don't know. A lot of them are accustomed to these things, like y'all brought up. You know what I mean? They've been doing these things since they were young, and they don't think it's a sin. You know what I mean? But we know, and the truth here in the eyes, you became the Commander General Yohana. We know that no matter how much money you get, no matter what you try to do, ultimately it's going to fail if you're a sinner. It's just that's just what's going to happen. You understand? And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let y'all jump in. It's the love of America and America's ways and customs. Up to love this place, and that's why you see on the screen, Micah 2:10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not our rest." See, people think because you're $1 million athlete or $1 billion athlete that now you finally made it. It's over. You're just a high-paid slave. That's all you are. You're still a slave, and this is not our rest. That's what this scripture is saying. This is not our rest. Don't ever get comfortable here and think that this is it for us. You understand that? But to go back to what the brother Brent said, we've been indoctrinated in this. You know what I'm saying? And there's no sin against watching football or watching sports, anything like that. But when you grow up and this is all you know is this, I seen a lot of brothers. We all know brothers that went to school like that. They put their whole stock in this shit, and then when it didn't work, they were destroyed. It was over. Yeah. You understand that? I see them now getting on the bus, and they're destroyed.
Damn right.
But go ahead.
Yeah, but you know what? We was brought up that sports was their outlet. That was your way out.
Gone.
Yeah.
That's what we was reconditioned. That's how we was thinking. That's how we had to do that. It's all about the reconditioning of your mind. We can achieve anything.
Yeah,
you damn right.
We are the original Aborigines of all of this, man.
He's speaking my language.
So
you go. Listen,
that's the thing. That's what they hate. You know what I mean? Because we've been here. You can't trace back our origin, man.
Listen, let me ask you this. Like, now you just brought out a heavy point when you said this is what we were raised on. Now, what did your father instill in you as a young man?
It was sports as well.
Sports,
but he also, there was always, he wanted me to focus in, school and
right,
and just different outlets and stuff like that. But the whole thing is that you're trained when we come from the communities that we come from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we see the type, like I always was saying to me, like, man, gangs was the worst thing to ever happen. That was genocide.
Yeah, you damn right.
So
right.
So like we was just literally seeing that. We was growing up playing football, literally seeing a brother one day, and then the next day he was gone.
Yep. Heavy.
You know what I mean? So like also sports was an outlet to keep you out of the streets. Because when you came home from school, you either went to practice, you played, and you went back in because that was your safe route.
God.
That was a safe route because our parents didn't know no better.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. That's heavy.
Exactly.
Do you think it was more like a design too?
Absolutely a design.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's that old Jack Johnson, bro.
Yeah, God.
That's what it is. It's the old Jack Johnson. You already know what time it is. We the best athletes. We the best at everything in the world. So we got to be propagated to be put up there on the stage to entertain everybody and do that, and then
Man,
we still
heavy,
don't realize that we are being used.
The
heavy.
entertainment of the empire.
Yeah.
I
It,
also it
go ahead,
depends
sis.
where you grew up at. I didn't grow up around, so the environment I grew up, they didn't promote sports. So it depends, like where you grew up at. And like I never promoted sports with my son. I think in Pittsburgh it's kind of different because it was drug infested and all that stuff. So
Heavy.
sports was your outlet. I grew up down south, and I grew up around working men. And sports wasn't the outlet. School was. Education was. So it
Heavy.
depends.
Okay.
Heavy. That's a good point, sis. That's a good point.
That's
And to jump on
actually, sister. I'm sorry, Salakia. Could you further indulge in that when you say that your youth where you grew up at was not influenced by sports or wasn't pushed to play sports and all of that? Could you please further indulge in that? I'm sorry, so I can get a better understanding, because I'm in the city of Pittsburgh. I don't know where you're from. Sorry, respectfully, but I don't know, but I just know as a black man, 90% of us, I would say, grew up in that type of environment, whether it was basketball, football, baseball, whatever. So if you could just indulge in that, I would really appreciate that, sister.
Sure. I grew up in I'm from Pittsburgh. My parents joined them. So therefore I experienced a different environment, a different culture. I grew up around all black people in a great neighborhood where everybody worked, had an education. So therefore they promoted education. People wasn't into sports and the drugs. Like Pittsburgh is totally different. It's black against white. There's no diversity. All my teachers was black. My principal was black. So it's like a totally different environment.
and where was that at again, sis?
It's like, Bob, you heard of Fort Bragg?
And that's North Carolina, right?
Right. So it's
That's
like
like the Camp Lejeune area, like Jacksonville, Jayville, and all that, Oslo County.
other. That's like by Wilmington. I was like maybe an hour. Well, it's like in that vicinity, but I grew up around, people was going to church. Now, church is wrong, but I grew up where people had their mom and dads. It was two family homes. So my parents are still together.
Heavy. Heavy.
It was a different environment. Like my whole neighborhood was black, had nice houses, nice yards. It was different. So people promoted education. When you come to Pittsburgh and it's drug infested and everybody around you is doing something negative, of course your parents gonna want you to be active in sports so you won't be in the streets.
Heavy. Heavy. Now let me ask you this. And I'll let the brother say what else you have to say. But do you think, like, in your situation, that's like a rare thing, you know what I mean? Or is this something that it's an even playing field as far as like, like most people, like he's saying, like most people that, where we come from or what we've been seeing, come up with the, the drug infested, you know what I mean? The ghetto, the slums and all that. Whereas you had black, looking at black, people in prominent roles, teachers and stuff like that. Do you think you are a rare occasion or that's just, how it is?
I think it depends on your environment where you live at. That's why I tell people you got to move out of your hometown. It's a life hack, because then you'll get accustomed to what you see. You got to, like, Pittsburgh is not reality. That a lot of people don't live. Black people don't live like that. A lot of black people are living good. I wasn't raised around people going in jail and things. So it's like it's a culture shock for me in Pittsburgh.
God, yeah, brother, you answer that.
Right.
If I may.
When she said life hack, respectfully, I appreciate what she just said, and that is the realest shit ever, because it's a life hack to get up out of here.
Yeah, give her a hand. Let's give her a hand.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
I think, if I may, I think the big cities, Chicago, LA, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, those are where you see people trying to get out. You know what I mean? Because it's everything you got to deal with in the cities. Now, when you start going in the suburbs and some of these places, especially down south, it's a way better living than some of them big cities.
Yeah. From what I've seen, I've been going to the South lately, and everywhere I went, man. I don't know if it's just because I'm visiting. I love the South, man. I love it. You know what I mean? I do know our conditions. Black people are black people everywhere, and like you said, it could be where you're growing up at, but I do know a lot of us suffer from this oppression. This system, this brainwash Christianity. The things being pushed on us and everything. So I know we all have that in common. But go ahead.
It ain't like that. It ain't like that all down south.
Right. Yeah. That's facts.
You know what I mean?
I understand that.
Majority,
Like when you go to Florida, that's your outlet as a black man.
I'm
gonna just be honest with you, and I don't even like to say black, but as a brother to me, like that's your outlet down Florida, because there's a lot of racism down there. I was going down there every year, and they throw that word out like it ain't nothing down there.
What part, brother? What part?
I was in Hollywood. I was in Fort Lauderdale, Plantation, all of them spots down there, all in that Broward County. It get vicious down there.
Salakia. I got a niece that lives down there.
Salakia. Can I read Matthew verse?
Hold on, Salah. Hold on, one second. Hey, the brother, was it you, Shalak, that had something to say?
I just wanted to read
Sir.
5 and 13. Sorry.
Cotton, sir, that was me.
Oh, go ahead, brother.
Shalak,
let the brother Shalak go.
No, I was agreeing with the brother when he was talking about Florida, especially in that Hollywood area, Fort Lauderdale area down there. My grandmother used to live down there, and my niece lived down there right now as we speak. But I can relate because when I went down there to visit, and this is like many years ago, back when I was like a senior in high school, you're talking like 91 or something like that. So I went down there like the Haitians and Cubans and Colombians, all of them hate each other down there. And they really hate blacks. Like a lot of them Haitians don't even know who they are. Like they don't even know we all the same people, really.
Right. We all Israelites.
Yeah,
right.
And they, they.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they can't stand each other down there. And the other thing I was gonna chime in on too, like it does depend on your environment as far as that whole sports thing. Like I'm over here in Ohio, and I'm from a town called Massillon.
Shout out to Ohio.
Yeah. Kind of what kind? Yeah, right.
Get in Ohio.
I'm from a town here in Massillon. It's called Massillon. It's real known for football. Like y'all heard of Paul Brown, the guy that started the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, he started the Cleveland Browns as well. He was their first coach, as a matter of fact. But he grew up right here in Massillon, and our stadium is called Paul Brown Tucker Stadium. But Massillon is like the oldest, other than Canton McKinley. Massillon is the oldest like high school in the history of high school football. Like Massillon and Canton McKinley, they started like many years ago. I think their rivalry is like 140 something years or something crazy like that. And right up here, I grew up in the projects, and you had to play football just to stay out of trouble. Really, had to.
Let me ask you this: How you feeling about having Shedeur?
You know what? I'm glad. Well, I'm a big 49ers fan.
Okay.
But I do root on the Browns. There's a lot of stuff people don't know about me. Like my first 11 years of life, I was in Inglewood, California. And so my first team, when I first started paying attention to like sports and stuff like that, obviously it was like the 49ers and Lakers and basketball. And I used to live right by the Lakers, the Great Western Forum. You could see the forum from my dad's bedroom. You know what I'm saying? And so I started liking them first. And then like when I came back, I was actually born here in Canton, but kind of grew up the first 10 years out there and then back here, and then grew up all my teenage and adult life. So I root on the Browns, like to see them do good and all that kind of stuff, but I got them Niners in my heart. But anyways, as far as Shedeur goes, I think it's cool that we got him. I think he definitely will make his way in the starting position. I just think it was so much hate going on, being that the guy that he is and the way he grew up. They're expecting this dude to be in a
subordinate role when this dude come from the type of lifestyle that he grew up in. He ain't gonna be soft and answer their questions like he came from the projects with nothing. He don't know about that life. That's his dad. His dad know about that life. He don't know about that life. He know about having jewelry, cars, you know, anything that some privileged folks have. That's what he know about. So they expected him to answer them questions in them interviews like how dudes answer from the projects. No, he ain't gonna answer them like that because he don't have no fear of failure because he wasn't raised like that. One of Primetime's favorite things that he say we ain't afraid of pressure. We apply pressure. You know what I mean? And that's how they live their life. That's how he raised him. You know that, what is that, Proverbs 22:6, when he say raise up a child in the way they must go and they won't depart from it. He raised up this kid, teaching him that you ain't that subordinate person. And if people are afraid of you being him, they get intimidated by you being him, then that's their problem. That's what's going on in these interviews. When you get in these interviews, they're asking these questions. They want him to answer like the little old black boy from the projects. No, he's not the little old black boy from the projects, so he's not going to answer you them questions like that. He's going to answer you them questions like both of y'all on an equal field.
First of all, get a brother a hand. Give him a hand when he's bringing it out. That's heavy. Listen, it's up on the screen. Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go. When he is old, he will not depart from it. That man is a confident man because of yeah, he's confident. That was heavy what you brought out, brother. But look, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
This is what it is. You know, like even though Prime is pretty much like football royalty, right?
Right.
Look how they tried to make him like be one of the yes men of the collegiate game. Like, you know how everybody know here that Prime should have been the coach for Florida State, man.
Right.
Right?
And they regret that right now.
Look how they make him work up the ladder like he ain't qualified. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's crazy. Because when you look at it, you like not to switch sports or switch the subject, but look, JJ Redick never coached college or anything like that in his life.
Never.
So how was he able to just
a little old white boy get that job?
Yeah, how was he able to step into a role to be a coach of one of the most
Matthew 5:13?
Let him finish his point, and you can go ahead. Let him finish his point.
And like, how was he able to step into a role of one of the top legendary teams in the NBA history and just be able to just go right in there, and then all of a sudden, Luka Doncic comes to the team, and everything is put in place for him to succeed. But when Darvin Ham was out there working his ass off, taking the team to the Western Conference Finals when they wasn't supposed to be there,
wouldn't give him no good pieces.
He get the boot.
You see why I got these brothers on here, Ron? You see why I got them on here? You see why I told them to come on?
Heavy. They dropping.
This is why I wanted Brent and my brother Dunny on here. This is what I'm talking about. I told you. They know what they're talking about, brother.
Well, what I'm saying is
it's Salakia because
why are we still in it? If we know how they are, why aren't we separating?
Because we can't give up the fight. We fighters. We're gonna stand for position regardless of what y'all trying to do.
We could get our own. They got so much.
And you know something else, sis?
Own league. If we the ones that's making them the money and they can't make it without us, why are we still there?
You see what this is? You see?
Let me answer that for you.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Let me answer that for you, sis. It's a couple things. One, anytime we try to go ahead and like start our own leagues, get away from them, they always intervene because they're in charge of everything. They like, even if we get our own, say we get our own stadium, our own players, get our own whatever we get, we got to go to them. We get our own uniforms. They own the textiles. We got to get the uniforms made. Even though it'll be our uniforms that we design, the textiles is coming from them. They own all the heating companies, the water companies. They own everything that you need to apply to that stadium. They own. So this is how they get you. They force you to have to come through them. It's like when you drive in your car here, right? You could go buy your car with your own money. You could go get your license, make sure cops ain't messing with you. But guess what you got to have with that? You got to have insurance. You ain't got no insurance. You go driving around in that car, you get pulled over. Then you can mess around, lose your license, all kind of stuff that they can throw in with that. It's no matter what it's all in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, when it's starting at verse 15. The curses. We up under them curses. So everything we try to do, they already done got their hand in on it. And that's why can't nobody start nothing up. When they had the Negro Leagues, they offered Jackie Robinson and them the big money they couldn't refuse. And they took away that league. So this is what happens, and no matter what we try to do.
Anything we try to do.
Respond, please.
Say that again.
Can I respond?
Yeah, go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
I agree with everything you said, but that makes me say, why keep being a slave? That's excuses. We could boycott it until it changed.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that. So what both of y'all are saying is heavy because what she's saying is she's thinking like, fuck them. If we got to suffer for a certain period of time, let's do that so we can win in the end.
Exactly.
And what he's saying is, yes, the oppressor is there to put roadblocks and everything. But this is also why Christ said, this is why the love and want of anything is going to be a disappointment for you. This is why you got to, how about we just don't play football? Can we do that?
There you go, right there. That's where I was going next.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Just don't play it off.
Now what she said was the absolute truth. And my phone turned off, but what she said was the absolute truth. Like it is what it is. Can we get into Matthew 5:13?
Yeah. Listen, and I'm gonna let Johnny go after this. So Matthew 5. Go ahead, brother Brett. You can read it.
Ye are salt of the earth.
Ye are the salt of the earth.
But if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall be salted?
And you look, you could cut it right there. Because does anybody know what it means when it says ye are the salt of the earth?
That means we are everything.
You damn right. Nothing runs through this motherfucker without the children of Israel. Nothing.
Yeah.
They can't do anything without us. Go ahead, brother.
Salakia, sir. Also, what it's saying is we add all the flavor to everything that's going on in the world.
You're right. Yeah.
Exactly. We add all the flavor. Like you can't nothing roll without having Israel in.
Yeah, you don't want to see a league full of oppressors. You know what I mean? You don't want to see a league full of. We got my brother Jay McCord on here now.
What up, man?
Up, brother? What's going on?
Jay McCord, what's good, brother?
What's up with you, brother? What's going on? Hey, we got about 8 people on the screen, brother. So we've been talking about this whole situation, and I'm gonna give you an opportunity to get your input on what you want to say. But let's finish up with this real quick, and I'm gonna let him go. But go ahead, Shalak.
I'm done, sir. I was just adding that in onto what you were saying.
Okay, brother Brett, was you saying something?
The brother can go.
No, I was just trying to read Matthew 5:13. That's all I was trying to do.
Yeah, that's just basically pretty much like you said, ye are the salt of the earth. Like we give everything flavor. We are it. Can't no nation or no kingdom flourish without our slave labor or us being there. If they take us out of any of these places, the nation will collapse. Can't nothing go on without us being here. We're the best at everything. We look the best. We're the smartest. We do everything better than everyone. Period. Even in our oppression, we're better than everyone. We found ways to thrive even in oppression. You understand that? But go ahead, Danny. I think you were saying something, brother.
I wanted to chime in with one more thing too. To give another example, just to give it another example. I don't know if y'all remember this.
Come on.
But do y'all remember when Rich Paul, right? That's LeBron James' agent and a friend of his that he grew up with in Ohio, right? When he became an agent, right? He was getting all the top athletes, right?
Okay.
Being able to talk to athletes, being able to go to colleges and recruit them to be, so he could represent them. They tried to stop him from doing that. They tried to say,
they stopped him from recruiting. They told him
he never went to school. He never had a degree. Yeah, so he had to go to school to get that piece of paper, right? Because they was intimidated on the fact that he was taking all of their athletes. He was taking all the top-notch athletes because why? He can relate to where they come from. He can relate about that struggle. He can relate to that poverty that they grew up in. And they wanted to be represented by somebody that looked like them. So what they try to do with him, they try to say, oh, he's not allowed to go to the collegiate games. He's not allowed to talk to these college kids. He didn't have a college degree. He never went to school to be an agent. This is what they do. Every time we start trying to get some control, they'll make up some rules.
Yeah,
they'll put some rules in place.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? To try to slow down the process.
Right.
You can even go to boxing with it too. When Al Heyman and Floyd Mayweather started making their moves and promoting fights in Top Rank, who's ran by a Zionist.
Right.
They came in and tried to put a stop to it.
Right. Right. That's exactly what the brother just brought out, because he's talking about if you go in the scripture.
That's the other thing I was saying about starting our own league.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I'm listening.
No, I was saying that was the other thing, just like what I was saying to the sister. That's the other thing about starting our own stuff, starting our own league. Right. We still got to go through them jokers at some point. Well, no matter what it is, every angle we look at, we got to go through them. And it's crazy how it is, but we need to break that up in order to really get to where we want to get, because it'll be another one of them Black Wall Street things.
Right. Well, that's why the NFL said, "Hold up, we gotta put this brother in his place real quick."
Right.
Because this brother was coming up in here, and he got the flash, and he got the jewelry, and he got the cars, and he already made $5 million. Now, can you explain this? Now, the brother that made $5 million last year at Colorado.
6.2 million.
Yeah. And all of a sudden now, you saying for 5 years that this brother's only going to make 4.5?
And his brother got a $1.2 million NIL deal.
That's what I'm saying. They started it, they seen it. They said, this is the perfect time to make an example, because these dudes got too much. They got too much pull right now going on here. They got too much leverage. They got too much of a following.
Right.
So let's stop this right now, because brothers is going to start trying to be as confident as these dudes. So we got to try some way to humble these brothers up.
This is an example of rich white owners putting some uppity niggas in their place, man.
Yeah. That's what. Listen, what look on the screen. Revelations 2:9. What he's talking about them Zionists, them fake, them Jewish people, and that, because they try to be like
they were Jews.
Right, which we are. I know thou works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. That's who he's talking about.
Synagogue of Satan.
That's what he's talking about. These owners are the synagogue of Satan. And look, before y'all move to the next one, let me get this next one and I'll let y'all go. 3 and 9. The same thing. It's on the same topic. It says here, Revelations 3 and 9. It says, behold, now listen up, because these same owners that do this to our brothers, Shedeur and many others, this is what it's talking about. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I love these. These damn devils are going to bow down to us.
Of course.
That's what it's talking about.
They know it. Just look at the decline of their birth rates right now.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
You see the decline of the birth rates in America. This is why it's fundamental to look at, not to go off topic, but what Trump is doing with his immigration policy. His basic the basic thing with his immigration policy is stopping the dispossession of white people in America. They will become the minority soon at this rate. Matter of fact, they could become extinct at the rate that they're birth. They're dying faster than they're being born.
That's what I want. That's what I want to see. The extinction of white, all of them.
Yeah, brothers bringing out heavy points. The brothers bringing out heavy points.
Damn right.
And before I move on, you know what they really can't stand? Look at all these beautiful black faces on this screen. That's what they don't want. They don't want that.
Talking some real shit.
Yeah, you damn right. They want us up here arguing about dumb shit. Hey, they don't want us talking like this.
Nah.
Hey, guess what? And they also know whatever we touch becomes us.
Right.
Yeah,
But
God.
if
Go
I
ahead,
may,
Sid.
if he was raised by a single woman and didn't have his daddy by his side, it would have been a different play. It
Yeah,
would
They
have
would
been.
they would have made that the headline.
yeah.
They would
God.
have talked about how another kid from a fatherless home.
Yep, and he would have made it. He would have been at least in the second round if he didn't have a father.
Right. But the bottom line is, this is
Heavy.
what got me mind boggling.
Hey, hold on.
That was heavy.
He'd have been the first pick. See?
He just brought out something heavy, man.
Yep.
He just brought
This
something
was
heavy.
mind boggling to me though. Why didn't they bring this shit up when Archie Manning did this with Eli? Not only did he say where his son was going, a team drafted him, the Chargers, and he said, "We ain't playing for you. You better trade us."
Yep.
Why wasn't it an issue when Archie did it with his kids?
Right.
Or John Elway.
Yeah, that's what
John
he
Elway
refused.
did it in 83. His dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because them is whiteys telling other whiteys what to do. That's
Exactly.
Yeah.
That go back to what I was saying
Yeah,
about
we
these
ain't on the
uppity
same
niggas.
playing field.
You know what? You know what though? While I'm sitting here listening to this, and I'm sorry to cut everybody off, Salakia. I think the sister earlier, and she kept saying, like, why do we keep playing this game?
Exactly.
He is 1,000% on the money.
Yeah.
Right.
Because as men,
Be
there's a
involved
lot of us as men sitting in this chat right now, we're giving excuses, we're giving reasons, we're giving answers to everything. But the bottom line, why do we keep playing this game when we know they're just using us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Facts.
Because we always want to.
Yeah, and it ain't no excuse for that. We just need to not play.
Like we always got to be involved with.
I mean, we had an opportunity. So, like he says, I mean to cut you off. We had an opportunity with Colin Kaepernick. You know what I mean? We had an opportunity with that.
The NFL.
Go ahead, brother.
75% of the NFL is black.
I'm a straight football fan. I love college. I was on it every Saturday. But when Kaepernick kneeled and they treated my brother like that, it was a wrap for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was terrible. You say Jay McCourt, you said something.
75% of the NFL is black.
Right.
If they was to stop playing today, the NFL would be done. It would be
It'll
finished.
shut down.
It's
It'll shut down.
80%, yeah.
So why are we
Or they
not
just go
shutting
get
this
Coon
shit
Jay-Z,
down?
and they'll get them back to playing.
I don't understand.
You're
why
right,
are we not
sis.
shutting it down?
You know why?
We just won't
Because they need to just
boycott because all about that
because that money too good to them.
Right.
Well,
there's always
another thing.
That's what it is.
Another
That money.
thing. Another thing is what y'all said. We all got to be on the same accord.
Right.
That's the thing is that we got a handful of powerful brothers that's like, look, I'll stand up like my boy Jaylen Brown, you know, that play for the Celtics. You got brothers like him that's very educated, knows exactly who he is, and he's not trying to be pushed around.
Yeah.
Right? So then what did they do to him? They kept him off the Olympic team because he pushed back at Nike, right? So Nike was who's Nike? Nike was running the Olympic team, right? So they said, don't put that brother on the team.
Nike was ran by Phil Knight, a fake Jew.
Exactly.
There you go.
So,
but
I said,
and I'll tell you something else about Brown. Brown don't even need.
He don't need basketball.
Nah, he got a big contract, man.
Yeah, he's a scholar, man. Like
he is a scholar.
He could be a doctor.
He is one of the smartest. He is one of the smartest young men on this planet.
Yeah,
brother Dunn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. He's a Rhodes Scholar.
Yes.
Check this out.
So is Mike Tomlin.
Jaylen.
Mike Tomlin can be on Wall Street if he wanted to, running a Fortune 500 company.
But these brothers don't know that they're Israelites.
Yes,
That's
just like Brown.
Give him a hand. You're right. That's the truth. If you, and that's the thing, we can know, we all have our perspectives, and we all know, like all of us on here, we know the truth about things, but are we actually going to do it is the problem.
Yeah.
You understand that? That's the problem. That's what's wrong with our people. We are a stiff-neck people. We know the answers to things, and we know how to change things, but we just
do a lot of
don't
talking, but not.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Not to get off subject.
If I may, they say that it's 75% black, right? And we can quit and shut it down, but we still
80%
ass. I don't understand that.
Right.
Yeah.
There's always, you know what it is, sis?
We
There's
gotta be
always
truthful
somebody.
with-
There's
No,
always
we gotta-
somebody.
But it's 80% black. It's 80% black.
Yeah.
God.
But why are we still,
and
if we would shut it down and these white people lose all their money, what they gonna do? They gonna change the game. But we
damn
so
right.
money hungry that we won't even stop playing for these crap.
Listen, you know the one thing about the white man. One thing about the white man is he is not trying to lose no money.
Exactly.
So once you hold him to that standard, he will give you what you like.
He
Remember,
gonna give us what we want. Just
Right,
like
like
down,
the thing
down
with-
south, they boycotted for 10 years, right? Shut the whole town down. They took those people to court, all the way to the Supreme Court, and said black people
These
are not
brothers-
allowed to boycott white businesses. But we
These
don't.
brothers are still in Stockholm syndrome.
They talk
though.
about our ancestors,
Right.
and we not like our ancestors, because a lot of them, they will boycott and shut shit down. We
Yeah,
just,
but let me say something too. You got a lot of these players though. You got a lot of these black brothers that's in that has prominent roles in their positions, right? And the one thing that you have to do is that you have to go into these black communities and uplift them. Give
You
them the
damn right.
resources. You have
Yeah.
the resources. They
Right.
gotta, what their mentality is that they want to run away from it.
Mm-hmm.
They want to run away from it. They would rather go live next to that European. You know what I'm saying? Instead of coming back into the community and making sure that you could put these brothers in position, because there's a lot of time. We all know we are the most talented human beings on this
You want to know
planet.
why they do that? You want to know why they do it? Because that jeopardizes their money. The minute that one of these black athletes starts putting his resources and time solely to the black community, they're going to make sure that he don't get another dollar from endorsement.
And look, and
They
what
gonna
he's
make an
saying
example out of it.
is 100%. Now this is what the sister was saying. That's what I said earlier. You're both of y'all right, but that's the problem. We're afraid of that. We're afraid to start. We're afraid to start from nothing and get everything. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem.
I don't understand. I don't understand that logic.
We don't know who we are.
Guess what? I don't understand that logic of thinking, because you came from nothing.
Right.
You experienced it.
Heavy.
They forget where they
You
came
literally experienced it through your whole childhood growing up.
They forget where they
If I
came
may.
from, man.
We
Go
forget
ahead,
who
Ron,
we
Ron, go
are.
ahead.
If I
We
may.
don't realize. We
and
don't
drugs once they.
we're Israelites. That's what it is, man. End of the
Once
day.
they get to a certain pinnacle, they forget where they came from, man.
But
That's
then
the bottom line.
You
Let
know,
the brother Aaron. Let the brother Aaron go real quick. Let him
We
go.
don't speak to each other like we're Israelites, and that's what we are. And that's the problem right there. We don't realize who we are.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I just want to Slock y'all. I just want to piggyback on Brother Brett what he said. I want to pull a scripture that
Go
talks
ahead.
about we don't know who we are. This is
Come
Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3.
I'm gonna get it on the screen,
The
but
ox
go ahead.
knoweth his owner. Slock
Go
the
ahead.
ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's cred. But Israel doeth not know. My people do not even consider.
Yeah,
We don't even consider who we are.
What's the scripture again? What is it? Isaiah what?
That's Isaiah 1 and 3, Ottawa.
1 and 3. Go ahead.
Man, Aharon, you on something else right now, brother.
Yeah, that's it. That's up on the screen.
That's
you're
the
right.
truth. That's the real
hold on.
truth.
Let me share this real quick. But yeah, what the brother's bringing out is heavy. He's right. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know you don't know who you really are, you don't know your history, you don't know what went on with your people a long time ago, what's going on today in the present and in the future, you're going to be lost, period. Like I said, Isaiah 1 and 3. It's right there on the screen. But what he's saying is heavy.
everybody in the Salak is Ottawa. I didn't mean to cut in.
Go ahead.
But yeah,
Go ahead,
everybody in the world knows who they are. Even the animals and insects know who they are.
Yep.
Right.
We the only people or only thing on this planet Earth that do not know. We think we Africans. We think we all kinds of stuff.
But they know who we are.
Jews.
They know who we are.
Yeah, you damn right.
Con.
Hey,
Can we read that again? Can we read that again one time?
Yes, yes, indeed.
Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth know, my people doth not consider.
They don't even consider the law, statutes, and commands, the Most High God, who their God is, and in their history. They rather take on the customs and the shit of other people. You know what I'm saying? That's our problem, and that's why we fail at every damn thing. That's why.
And another thing is this. Another thing it is. Genocide doesn't have to mean the killing people. Genocide could be in your mind.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's where it starts.
That's heavy.
That's exactly what we're under.
You damn right. You damn right. It starts from the time you come out from between your mother's feet, man. It starts. You know what I mean? The indoctrination, the brainwashing, all that shit starts then.
Well, even in slavery, that's what they wanted to do first. They wanted to mentally break you down, and then they can and then they can do whatever they want with you after that. Once they got you mentally, it's a wrap.
Yeah, you damn right. I want to give this brother.
That's under the Jim Crow.
Yeah, right. I want to give his brother Javon a chance. So I want to know your start from the top, brother. We all got to say what we thought about Shedeur and the situation, and everything. I just want to get your personal insight on that. What you think about how they're talking about him, the comments they're making about him, his father, and those type of things. Just go ahead and go ahead and jump in. We're gonna let you talk.
Well, it's basically what y'all, just to piggyback off what y'all said, man. They hate and they're intimidated by confidence from black men, man. A black father, wealthy, successful, highly successful, in his son's corner. You know what I mean? He's basically, guiding them to success. You know what I mean? Why would they listen to him? He's proven to be successful.
Right.
So
Can I say something?
Let him
go.
Yeah, by him interjecting himself and guiding them the right way, that's intimidating to these people, man. These people do not like to see brash confidence coming from black men. They've always been intimidated by that. We supposed to be humble. Yes, sir. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. You know what I mean? This is what this is all about. See, and another thing I wanted to point out was I don't think he still would have been drafted. He would have went undrafted if it wasn't for Donald Trump tweeting out what he tweeted out yesterday.
What did he tweet?
There's no coincidence. He got drafted 2-3 hours after what Trump tweeted out.
What did he say, Brian? If you catch that, what did he say?
What did he tweet?
Basically, he was saying that it's a travesty that he hasn't been picked up yet.
Damn.
He's pretty much saying it was racist.
He said that kid is great, and he said his father is an awesome man. He said he's great.
Yeah.
He don't know why they're doing that kid like that. He's a good kid.
He had to get the cosign of the damn devil to get it.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about what's crazy about what the brother Javon just fucking brought out is that there's always this like anti-Donald Trump shit, all this he racist, he this, he that. But he was always well respected in the black community. We got to keep it real.
Before he ran for president, he was.
At some point, we got to keep it real. Yeah. You ain't got to like him. You ain't got to fuck with him. But he has always been highly respected in the black community before
back in the
ran
day.
for president.
Back in the day, he used to be the type place. He used to do the right. That's heavy. And back in the day, he was the main man.
Yeah, he used to be at all the types of fights.
He was a punchline in every rap.
Sir.
In every rap song, he was a punchline.
Right.
I run for president. I'm gonna be a Republican.
I see you, bro. I see you dropping that knowledge up there.
Now listen. Make no mistake about it. Look. Make no mistake about it. I'm not on no Trump shit, but what you're saying, I know what you're saying. So, but he was, before he became president, all black people fucked with him. Everybody did. They did. Everybody did.
Facts. And we just
donated to many of their campaigns.
At some point, we just got to keep it real. We just got to keep it real at some point.
He knew what was going to get him president selling racism. You
get what I'm saying?
He's a businessman, and that's what he did in America. He sold racism because he know he was going to get all the votes.
Yep.
Because politics is not. Politics ain't politics. It's a business.
Right.
Facts.
So he knew MAGA.
You
Make
niggas
America great again for who? He knew what he was doing. He a businessman.
You know what gets me?
What gets me now
is all these people that go against him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of black people went against him, but at the same time, there should be some things we agree on him, like going after the FBI. We've notoriously never trusted police and the FBI. You know, you could go back to the 60s, you know what I'm saying, and look up how they did the Black Panthers. They assassinated every one of our leaders, and he's going after them. And you got people that's actually not for that.
Hey, Javon,
you ain't gotta agree with
I'm not for
everything.
that because you know why I'm not for it. You know why I'm not for it? The reason why I'm not for it is because cops cannot be held accountable if they kill a black man. Now I'm not for that.
Well, well, to be
he made it. He made
whoa. Let's tell the truth, because blacks was not being cops were not being held accountable under Barack Obama, because they had the most
killings,
the most murders.
Yup.
Hey,
I agree with that, but you ain't let me finish my point.
Let's end the conversation. Let's go, niggas.
This is my point right here. But Obama didn't make a law to where cops don't be charged. That's what I'm speaking on. I ain't speaking on how many people got killed.
Okay, now listen.
I'm speaking on him allowing.
I'm talking about death. Fuck the
I'm
bullshit.
speaking on him allowing.
I'm gonna be honest with you, sister. I'm gonna be honest with you, sister. Every bad encounter that I've been involved with, it been a brother cop.
Talk to him, Dunny.
I mean, all cops, they all racist. If you, I mean, like, if a black man want to be a cop, he got to follow their rules, and they gonna tell him, hey, you got to arrest a certain amount of black people. I don't agree with cops.
The black cop will fight you and whoop your ass in that way.
Salaki, 1 minute. One minute. All right, hold on. I want to say something. All right, can I get this out real quick?
Yeah, you
listen,
got it, brother.
So no, you're good. But that's what we're here to do. No, but what the brother's saying is heavy. But let me ask you this: those brothers that those bad encounters, do you think they have the mind of us here on the screen, or do they have the mind of the oppressor?
They got the mind.
Yeah, they got the mind of oppressor.
Right, right. So that's my point. Now what you're saying is true, because
but they go over and beyond.
Right. Yeah, they impressed their father. They impressed their father.
They straight
They got the mark of the beast. They got the mark of the beast.
And that's why we should go over and beyond on their asses, because the bottom line is this: they're afraid of us when we get up to be militant, because they're afraid that we could take over this country and make them slaves. That's what I want to see. I want to make those motherfuckers my slaves.
Well, brother Everett, you know how that happens? And let me tell you something, and I'm going to ask y'all this right now. Do you really think it's possible that anybody on this earth can militarily go to war with the white man? Let me ask you that.
Negative.
No. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
The Haitians already defeated them.
Let me say something real quick.
The Haitians defeated them already.
Hold on. Let me say something there. Real quick. Now the brother Jay McCord, the brother Dre, the brother Brett. Now they're not in the UPK, but they were able to even say right then and there that that's not even possible. So let me ask you something. How do you do it then? How do you do it then?
Ask the Haitians. Ask the Haitians. They were the first to do it.
Hold on, stop,
brother. Hold
on. The Haitians had a victory against the French or whatever. Yeah, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the military power of the goddamn white man. You are not.
Yeah, we can't defeat that. No.
Yeah, there's no way. So now go ahead.
We don't have unless we get a hold of their technology. But if we could get a hold of that technology, we can defeat them.
Salakia, can I say something?
Go ahead, brother. Let the brother go. Let the brother go.
By keeping all statutes and commandments.
You damn right.
We gonna defeat.
That's the only way. If you're not serving the Most High God, you're done. There's nothing you can do. Understand this. And a lot of us know that. And I know the brother Javon, the brother Great, they can tell you, when you change your life and shit to start to go a different way, it's because you became the right type of person towards the Most High. Yeah. If you out here being a goddamn sinner and doing things the wrong way, there is no way you can fight the white man. No way.
And not only that,
Can
I say in the Haitian Revolution, General Toussaint Louverture, he did defeat the French in a battle. He didn't win the war, though.
Exactly.
He didn't win the war.
Exactly.
Because till this day, France has to pay. Haiti has to pay France reparations. That's why they're the poorest
Look at this,
nation on
brother,
earth.
man. You see,
and that's bullshit.
You see this? That's what I'm talking about. That's why I want these brothers on here because they know what the fuck they talking about. You understand that? These are strong brothers, man. Like this is strong brothers. What the stuff they bringing out. All y'all brothers, I appreciate all y'all. Now go ahead. I think Brett was saying something too. Go ahead, brother.
The only thing I want to say is, at the end of the day, it don't matter what we talk about, what's going on. The only thing that the white man fucking respects.
The Haitians are protesting against the French right now. They protesting against.
The only thing I want to say right now is this.
Hold on, sis. Let him finish. Then you can jump in.
The only thing I want to say is this. The only thing that the white man really respects and represents is violence. So until black people get that fucking vigor and spirit and zeal in their spirit to where we ready to rise up, kill, murder, destroy, then that's the only thing that's going to change anything.
Now let me ask you this.
Guerrilla warfare.
But see, when I say if you want to, but let me say this. When we start talking kill, murder, destroy, you're not physically going to do that to the white man. You got to leave that up to the most. That's the Most High. You're not going to beat the white man in no arms battle or no physical. It's not going to happen. No. It's not going to happen.
And we can't become violent like them. We can't become heathens
like
them.
But we're already violent like them, though. We're already violent like them.
I keep forgetting that because I'm a revolutionary.
We do bad to our own people. So I'm not trying to hear
that. No, brother Brett.
We can't do that. Yes, we can. Because we do it to our own people.
God is not in that.
Brother Brett. I understand what you're saying, brother Brett. I understand exactly what you're saying, brother. But the thing is that was the point that I was making about the genocide mentally.
Exactly.
That's the thing is that we got to start reconditioning the mindset, brother.
I'm reconditioned. I'm totally reconditioned.
I know you're a
and
smart
I'm ready
brother,
to
but
rock
you know
out right now with anybody that want to rock out when it comes down to this Israelite lifestyle. I'm ready to rock out right now. But at the end of the day, 90% of our people are not with none of that.
And that's what we got to change. That's what we got to change.
And we got to have that conversation.
Well, listen, all the people, like the scriptures say, everybody ain't making it though. That's just what it is.
I'm making it. I'm with all of us ain't making it.
I'm definitely prepared.
I don't want to listen. Let the sis go. Let the sis go. Go ahead.
We have to follow God. We have to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments
that's the only way it's gonna work.
order to be successful.
That's the only way it's going to work.
That's how we're going to defeat the white man. We're not going to defeat them by being militant.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
That's not going to work.
I can't help it because me being deep down in my heart, I'm a revolutionary, but I understand what y'all saying. Like, I'm that way. Whether them motherfuckers kill me or not, like, I'm going to defend myself no matter what.
Well, let me ask you something. If you did, brother, you ain't got no fight in you. You're done.
You're done.
If you did, you ain't got no fight in you. And guess what? Christ was a revolutionary too, but Christ didn't pick up a damn gun and put it at the white man's head either. He didn't do that.
You're right.
Yeah.
He won the spiritual war.
Right. There you go. There you go. It's like the brothers, like y'all said earlier, it's the mentality. Like Dunny said, it's the mentality. If we change our mentality, like for example, love that brother as thyself and loving the Most High God above anything. If you just obey those two laws right there, everything else comes into play. You know why? Because you won't commit a trespass or a sin against your brother. You understand that? So there won't be no sin. If you love the Most High God, which means you're keeping his laws, statutes, commands, and you love your brother like yourself, that takes away all the sin.
Yeah.
You understand that? Then the Lord will be with you. You understand that? But I don't want to jump too far for that. Let's wrap it up with this Shedeur Sanders topic. I'm gonna let everybody say they found the words, and then we're gonna jump out of here. I don't want to keep y'all too long, but we can start. I'll let y'all close out. We're gonna go first.
Sir. Can I
call it out? Who gonna go first?
Can I? I'm sorry.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, Brett.
Can I hear from
That's just done, man.
From the brother in the top right corner one time?
Yeah, give me a second.
I want to hear what Ron got to say one time.
Go ahead, brother.
I just wanted to say something real quick before Ron go in. Man, you look like you're living good, brother. You look like you're
He got a
living
nice,
good, my
he got a
brother.
nice house in that background.
Hey, I'm front. I got a grand piano behind me.
Man,
But I'm
That's
front.
a nice house, Otterod.
that's a hell of a backdrop, man.
That's a nice house in the
Hey, that's a
background.
green
Hey,
screen. That's a hell of a green screen,
At least
dog.
he was about to show you some brotherhood, man.
Man,
He was
what am I
happy.
doing wrong?
God. Hey, if I take this backdrop out, it's gonna look like a shack behind me, man.
Hey, you fooled the hell out of us, dog.
Real talk. I zoomed in on that motherfucker
Hey,
like,
This
listen.
nigga
hold
on that
on, man.
little Bow Wow.
Yeah. Hey, listen,
All right, this
that's
is what we
my
go. This is
This
what we
nigga on
brother
that
gonna
over
do.
there
little
in the
Bow
top
Wow
right
shit.
corner.
This is what we
That's
gonna
my
do. This is what we gonna do. We gonna close it out, but I'm gonna read off from the top. I'm gonna tell you. All right, so we're gonna start with the sister Tamika. Your closing comments on this situation with Shedeur Sanders.
My closing comment would be that they tried to humble him because he had a black father. They hate when a black man is supporting his child, and at the same time, all I heard was negative comments about the NFL. So I want to know why niggas still watching it.
All right, okay, happy. Now let's go with the brother Aharon.
I agree. You know, it's just business as usual in this country and all these industries, sports, you name it. And the only thing I want to say is that the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
You damn right.
Goddamn right,
You
nigga.
goddamn right. All right, let's go with the brother Jay McCord.
All I say to Sanders: be yourself, don't change, and tear this damn league up.
You damn right. Look, I'm with
these
you, brother. Yeah,
motherfuckers
you damn right. You damn right. That's heavy what he just said. All right, let's go with the brother Shalak.
All right. Salakia, sir, can you ask that question again?
I just wanted to know your closing thoughts on the whole situation with Shedeur Sanders.
Here's my closing thing. The white man gave the example of he held the ball too long. He didn't like how he interviewed, and he didn't like his attitude. Nothing about this dude having 14,000 yards that he threw for and 37 touchdowns since he been in college. And he ain't say nothing about how this dude pocket and pick you apart and make every single NFL throw. He ain't said nothing about that. And keep in mind, and I'm gonna finish right here. This dude has never had a great offensive line since he's been in college. He's never had a running game since he's been in college. You put this man on a team with just a little bit of a running game and offensive line and just some decent receivers. This dude already threw for 14,000 yards. What are you going to do when you do that? I'm going to leave it right there.
Heavy. All right, let's go with the brother Dunny. Let's go ahead, Dunny.
I just wanted to, close it out with, look, man, as much as I disagree with some of the type of skill set that the brother got, right? The way that the brother got treated was definitely unfair. You know what I mean? He is a player. He could be successful in this league, and I'm wishing him the best. I don't wish him the best against us, but against everybody else, I do. You know what I mean? And
y'all could have had him.
And to touch on something else, man, I just want to be like, we gotta really consider, like, get that genocide out of your mind.
Yes.
Let's recondition our minds to understand that we are the Aborigines of all of this, man, in the world.
Damn right, brother.
You know what I'm saying? And until they can really, because we already know how long the European been on the planet.
Right.
We already know how long they've been on the planet.
And not longer than us.
Came up out of them damn caves.
So let's wisen up. Let's get right, and let's start this takeover mentally, and let's be crafty.
You damn right.
Let's be crafty and cutting with them, like how they've been doing us.
Yeah,
our whole life.
Look, the scriptures said he's the most subtle, crafty beast of the field. That's the oppressor. That's the oppressor. Now we're gonna go to the brother Everett, and then we'll close it out with the brother Brett. Go ahead, Everett.
I'd just like to say, God bless Shedeur. God bless him. And I wish him all the luck on the Cleveland Dookie Browns. You know what I'm saying? I wish him all the luck.
Easy.
I don't hate Cleveland. Much respect to them. That's just their rivals. So I call them. That's what I call them, because they're rivals. But
the Steelers kill us every year anyway.
Cleveland's a wonderful city, yo, for real. But like I said, the NFL I always thought was racist. And yo, fuck them white folks for fucking making Shedeur be humble because he had his father in his life. You got your father. Why would you expect him not to have a father? You know what I'm saying? God bless him. God bless anybody that had their father in their life. Because God knows I didn't have mine, but I still turned out to be okay. But fuck any of those people. They always
Get this
taking away
strap,
our
bro.
fathers.
Get this strap.
You know what I'm saying? They always taking us away from our fathers and shit. And then, you know, they created this court system too to run us, divide our families, man. He got every reason to be arrogant. Let him do his thing on the field. His father was a great player. I like Prime when he was with the 49ers. He was with Dallas and the other team he played with, I think Atlanta. I liked him. Deion Sanders keeps shit real. He's a real ass nigga. That's the realest nigga you ever want to know. So you know he taught his son greatness, and I think he's gonna do well out there.
All right, cool. Now let's let the brother Brett close it out, and then I'm gonna say something after him.
What I wanted to say is, after this long conversation, we got everything out there, and everybody said what they had to say. One thing I want to say is respect to the sister Tamika, because Sister Tamika really had the gall, the zeal to say what needed to be said. And as black men, we sat here and we listened and we heard and we gave our opinions, but we was all on the same side of why this and why that. But she was really kicking the truth. She was kicking the real truth.
She's about
the
this
real
truth.
truth was, why are we trying to play their game?
That is heavy.
That's it.
All right, now let me. I got a treat for y'all before I close it out. All right, so again, we talked about being the salt of the earth, right? So y'all familiar with position? What position did Deion play again?
Cornerback.
Right. So
cornerback.
This is what the salt of the earth looks like.
He's the first ever NFL player to have a.
Oh, man, come on, bro.
You know they about to be mad because it ain't Rod Woodson,
come on, bro. You trolling now, man.
You know they about to be mad because it ain't Rod.
Hey, listen, Woodson. I had to get y'all niggas on here. I had to get y'all, man.
And I hate the Cowboys too.
He was great.
Hey,
I love Deion, but I hate the Cowboys.
I wanted to say something real quick too, man.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say
I'm glad.
something too.
I'm glad we got a bunch of brothers in here that's changing that narrative of not, being an active father.
Right. Fact.
Because I know that I'm sitting in this room right now with y'all with a bunch of brothers who is very active with their children, man.
You damn right, man.
And I was privileged. And I was privileged enough. Me and my brother Javon was privileged enough to share a household with my father. And I'm telling you right now, man, that was the best thing that ever came in my life, man.
No doubt.
God bless you, bro.
And he's still active. My kid is still active in our lives.
And I would like to say something too before we get up off of here, because I'm not on social media no more. I've been off social media for about 4 months now. But I would love to get with you, Javon, and just sit down and kick it. I would love to get with you, Dunny, and sit down and kick it and just have positive conversations about life and build and figure out what we can be as men moving forward.
And listen, let me tell y'all something,
funny dude, Brett. You mad funny.
Let me tell y'all something. All y'all, I know all y'all, even before I came into the church, y'all all family to me. The brother Javon, the brother Dre, everybody on the screen, Brett, y'all on here because y'all my day ones, man. You know what I'm saying? And even in this truth, I know some of y'all ain't in the school. You know I got love for y'all niggas. You know I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all always gonna be. You wouldn't even be on the stream if it wasn't like that. You understand that? I always have respect for y'all. Even though we all have differences and all that, there ain't no reason why we can't come together and talk like the black men we are and black women we are, and do things, you know what I'm saying, together and have brotherhood and sister together. And I'm gonna give you one scripture before we close it out, and then we're gonna close it out. Aharon, read this for me. Zephaniah 2:1. Zephaniah 2:1. Now I'll get it up on the screen real quick, because this is exactly what we were just talking about. All right. You see that, Aharon? Hold on 1 second. So let me show it to you real quick. Hold on 1 second. I got it. All right, go ahead. It should be there now.
Con, this is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
That's heavy because that's talking to us, Blacks, Hispanics, First Nation, man and woman. We are the nation is not desired. It's everybody against us. And again, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully we can do it again. I'm gonna contact y'all on a solo thing. And again, we will close out the class. It's been a good podcast. It's been an excellent episode. Thank you to all y'all for watching all y'all.
AP.
Yo,
AP.
Yo.
Go ahead, brother.
Hey, buy more guns, man. Exercise your right to carry, bro. Do not play around, man.
Listen,
protect your house, protect your
told him.
family. Exercise your right, man.
Listen, we supposed to go to the gun range, brother. What's up?
I told him
let's
about
go.
that.
Yeah, I'm with all that.
You know,
you already know.
Look, that's something we all can do together.
Yeah,
I train y'all too.
Say,
To shoot
bro.
if y'all don't
Say,
know.
yeah, the brother. Before we jump out of here, brother Everett on the screen. He's an military. He's a weapons specialist.
Yeah.
The brother on the
Say,
screen.
brother, you already know I'm with
Yes,
all
sir.
that.
Yes,
So
sir.
listen,
Let's get
I will
active.
contact. I will contact y'all separately. But again, shalom, for tuning in, everybody. Shalom.
Shalom.
Peace.
Shalom.
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 Shalom.